So Emilie is finally out, and it really feels like no one is talking about her, even though she looks like she has some potential to her. So let's talk about it. Let's use the first section of this video to talk about why people aren't excited for her, and even hating on her both now and even before she came out. After that, let's talk about why she might have some potential to her and why you shouldn't disregard her entirely right now. But first, let me quickly thank today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. Tokyo Treat is a monthly pop Japanese snack box where you will get up to 20 exclusive, limited edition and seasonal flavoured Japanese snack items, including Japanese instant ramen and drinks that are only available in Japan for a limited time. Sakura Co is a monthly Japanese artisan snack box that supports local Japanese snack makers, with each box coming with 20 traditional, authentic and artisan Japanese snacks, including Japanese teas and a special Japanese tableware. This month's Tokyo Treat theme is Summer Matsuri Flavor Fest. August is the time for summer festivals, or Matsuri, in Japan, and this box is perfect for that. I enjoyed snacks like the Kit Kat Golden Caramel and the Cool Down Candy, which actually did cool me down. This month's Sakura Co theme is Islands of Okinawa. In this month's box, you can traverse Okinawa's sun-soaked islands and savour authentic regional delicacies. I know that from this month's Japanese tableware, it did feel very Okinawan, and paired together with this snack, I loved it. So cute. And in terms of snacks, you know I just had to try the vanilla cream waffle cookie. It was a perfect mix of pastry, vanilla, and a little bit of Okinawan sea salt. So click the link in the description or the pinned comment to get $5 off your first box if you use my code. And once again, thank you Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co for sponsoring this video. Let's start with her design. First of all, a fair amount of people just aren't a fan of it. When she was drip marketed, people called her design ugly and cluttered. They found her colour aesthetics to be off, with some people thinking that her design doesn't even fit Fontaine's vibe. Some people aren't even a fan of her animations, going so far as to call her animations boring and questioning why she's even a 5-star unit in the first place. So yeah, that's the base reason why some people in the community just aren't hyped for her right now. If you're one of these people, comment down below what you don't like about her design or animations. Other than that though, the lack of hype for Emilie goes down a little bit deeper than that. And this is where things start to get interesting, because eventually you'll start to find a reason why you could potentially be quite hyped for her. But first, let's talk about another reason why people aren't hyped for Emilie right now. Emilie is coming at a very unfortunate time. First of all, Navia got her first rerun. A character getting their first rerun is always quite hyped, since the smart thing to do is to wait for a character's rerun to see if they're actually good or not, because when the character is first released, they are very hyped. Navia is also well established in the Fontaine cast, especially since we saw her load during the Fontaine Archon quest. So even outside of her gameplay, we know lots about her, and it's probably a big reason why people seem to have a connection with her. And plus, she was also in the Fontaine Overture teaser, so she had hype going for her even before the region even released. So for those who weren't able to get her on her last banner, they're probably going to go for her this time, seeing as this is the last time we'll be seeing her on a banner for a while, I think. After all, Natlan comes out in 5.0, meaning that the main focus during Natlan will be on Natlan character banners rather than Fontaine character banners. Secondly, Emilie is in the second half of 4.8, and guess who's running alongside her? Yelan. Yelan is the most meta option of the 4.8 character banners, so people will probably want to wish for Yelan instead of Emilie because she's a safe option. Yelan is highly valued in the Genshin community, so people will probably want to wish for her for the first time, or people will want to get her constellations or her weapon. Yelan might just overshadow Emilie in the second half of 4.8 in this current state of the game, because we just don't know what Emilie's worth yet, because she's so new. Pair that lack of trust with the hate she got for her design, and suddenly she's become one of the least hyped for characters out of all the Fontaine characters. Or is she? I'm gonna stop dunking on her now, so for Emilie lovers, you can stop mass disliking my video now, I promise you. Let's talk about Natlan and Emilie, because this is where things get interesting, at least in my opinion and my personal speculations. Natlan will be coming out after 4.8, straight after Emilie's banner ends in fact. Now this could be even more grounds for not pulling for her, because people will want to start pulling for 5.0 characters. The hype for Natlan will be real at the time, and in order to make sure people get the character that they want, they may not want to wish in 4.8 at all, so that they can start saving for new, shiny Natlan characters. So you may think that Emilie's been really badly placed, because why would anyone want to pull for her when there are better units running in 4.8 and a new region with new characters, including the Pyro Archon, is around the corner? Well, Emilie could potentially end up being an underdog. Emilie's kit could be a formal introduction to the burning elemental reaction and potential widespread use of it. Burning has been a part of Genshin for a long time, but I don't see anyone really using it. But it seems that they're trying to fix that, beginning with Emilie. Emilie's kit is more or less tailored for burning. She gains a damage buff when a burning elemental reaction occurs, which is a buff that no other character has in their kit for burning. Plus, combine that with the introduction of the burning artifact set that came about in 4.6, and it's an artifact set that I currently hate because it's getting in the way of me getting good Arlecchino artifacts. Go away! At the moment though, not many characters can use this set, since burning isn't a huge part of Genshin at the moment. Plus, Natlan is being introduced after her banner, like we said. Natlan is the Pyro Nation, and burning is a pyro-oriented elemental reaction. So, unless they're planning on throwing a huge curveball, this seems like Hoyoverse's attempt to start prioritizing burning for Natlan. And it's possible that some Natlan characters could benefit from having a burning-oriented unit like Emilie. Only time will tell, of course, but burning could become the next big meta elemental reaction in Natlan. And even if it's not meta, it might, at the very least, become a very useful elemental reaction to invest into if certain Natlan characters need a character like Emilie. But at least in my opinion, this sort of stage in Genshin really feels like they're starting to wrap things up for Fontaine and start rolling the ball for Natlan. At least in my personal predictions and speculations, I reckon there are going to be more people in early Natlan using the Bond of Life artifact set as well as the Burning artifact set. In fact, even the Nighttime Whispers in the Echoing Woods artifact set, it can really only be used by like a handful of characters, like 3 characters. So maybe someone in Natlan will want to use that as well. Also, it kind of feels like they've been preparing stuff patch by patch for Natlan since 4.6. You could say that I'm coping here, but in my mind it kind of makes sense. In 4.6, that domain came out where we had the Bond of Life artifact set and the Burning artifact set. The Bond of Life artifact set was primarily for Arlecchino at the time, and then 4.7 rolled around and it could be used for Chlorinde, and can Siegewin use it? I don't know, she uses Bond of Life. But either way, that's still very little people that can use that artifact set. So maybe people in Natlan will want to use it too. Then in 4.7 we had Siegewin. Siegewin at the moment isn't a widely valued character. She's not a best in slot character for anyone at the moment. She can really only mainly be used in a Farina team or a Nilou team. But other than that, she is currently very niche, and I hope that changes in Natlan. And then finally, in 4.8, we're going to be getting Emilie, who is centered around a pyro-oriented elemental reaction. It all kind of feels like building blocks to the next nation, at least in my eyes. But I want to know your thoughts. Are you interested in Emilie right now? If you are, how comes? If you aren't, why not? Thanks for watching, follow my socials and comment this bird emoji. Peace.